Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, we want to give all honor, all glory, and all praises unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Waha, Recha, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, chiefly of Great Millstone. I want to give peace and salutations to all the Akim out there, laboring on the highways and byways, pushing truth, being diligent and sincere. Also those online, social media, pushing out news, ones that are measuring the time and feeding the flock. Shalom to all the brothers and sisters in the truth. And, I've been just meditating the last few days on certain things, watching certain brothers and taking it all in and meditating. And, this is about, Salakia if there's noise in the background, but this truth's about growth. You might say building up your spiritual bank account, because this is a serious thing. This is nothing to take lightly. This is the most important thing. This is a life or death situation that we're in right now, and we can't let no man take our crown. It speaks of, and you gotta examine yourself, man, and check yourself, and before you look at anyone else, you need to look at yourself and just examine yourself, man. But in this truth, coming into this truth, the men of the Lord, we have to be austere men. We have to be stand firm. We have to stand firm and be strong, man, and take whatever comes our way cheerfully, and be able to hold your own and have self-control. So I just wanted to get a few precepts. This is 1 Corinthians 16 and verse 13. It says, "Watch ye, stand fast." It says, stand fast. When you go into the Strongs of stand fast, it's just Strong's G34, G47 and 39, Stiko, if I'm saying that correctly, it means to stand firm, to preserve, to persist, to keep one standing. So, in this truth, we're meant to be standing firm, which takes strength. Remember, we're dealing with the Most High power. So this power that we're trying to serve has unlimited power. With that, we need to come with some kind of strength and stability, which is, this wisdom, this knowledge, this word, following the ways of Yahweh Shai. So it says, watch ye and stand fast in the faith. Very important we have faith, man. And if you have faith, we have to move in the right way. We have to move according to how it is written. As men, it says, quit you like a man. It says, quit you like men, be strong. It says, quit you like men. When you look at that word, quit you like men, that's Strong's G407. It's adrizomia. Probably saying that wrong. But it means to make a man or make brave. To show oneself a man, to be brave. So you gotta think, how brave Yahweh Shai was. We're meant to be servants of Yahweh Shai. Servants of Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. With that, we need to be brave and be able to hold our own. Be able to have self-control. Having self-control means not being too emotional, man, or not being emotional. Also putting your pride to the side and not being too emotional. There's all different types of emotions. Laughter is emotion. The type of emotion I mean, if someone, says something to you, because you remember the grief that Yahweh Shai had, and brothers that are out there posted on the highways. They get, they have all types of shit come their way. But as being men, being men of Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, man, we're meant to take cheerfully everything that comes our way and have self-control and not just flip out in any instance if someone's calls you a name or someone's getting at you, getting at your family. You're meant to be able to hold that as a man of the Lord, man. We're meant to take all that shit cheerfully, man. Okay? Yeah, so it says, when it says quickly, it says to make a man or make brave, man. You gotta have some kahunas, man, in this truth, okay? And always self-examine yourself, man. It's all good, you looking at other brothers. First of all, look at yourself, man. Of course, we got to correct brothers, man. There's nothing wrong with that. But we got to make sure that we're standing brave and holding fast to the faith also. 1 Corinthians 13:11, it says, when I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away the childish things. Yeah, because when you're a child, you have no self-control. You're all over the place. You got your mother or your father to tell you, chill out, calm down. But as coming into men, we can't be thinking in that childlike state of mind, man. We got to be able to control our own flesh, okay? Staying in the spirit, not letting that flesh overtake, getting emotional and snapping, just because someone's dissed your mum or, So just keep that in mind. And, first and foremost, I talk to myself when I make this lesson, that we need to, be sober, be vigilant, man. Stay brave, stay strong. Yeah, we need to put away the childish things. Proverbs 25:28, it says, he that have no rule over his own spirit, and that's when you're letting the flesh overtake, man. We can't let the flesh rule over the spirit. We're meant to walk in the spirit so we don't fulfill the lust of the flesh. According to Galatians, this is Proverbs 25:28. It says, he that have no rule, no control over his own spirit, it's like a city that is broken. That's not being strong. You're still trying to find stability, So we need to rule over the flesh and stay in the right spirit. It says it's like a city that is broken down without walls. You're letting anything intercept your temple, where we're meant to be austere. We're meant to be like austere men. We need to show a form of restraint, and I can't see the word that I was looking up here. I think I was looking up the word rule, I believe. And Salaka if I'm wrong, but it means restraint and control. You need to be able to restrain yourself from doing certain things, if a brother's getting at you and it's not worth replying, man. You need to hold your own and just, because remember, we're servants, man. We're not meant to just react. If someone's saying something, we don't necessarily have to react to it, okay? And that's just you being one with yourself, or you being comfortable in this truth. You having restraint and control. And when you look at the word restraint, it says an action of holding back. So we need to show a form of holding back. If we was out on the highways, we get brothers, we get sisters coming up, running up their mouth. Some brothers get arrested unnecessarily because they can't hold back their emotions. We got as men of the Lord, expect some kind of trouble, expect people to come and scoff. But a form of restraint and control is an action of holding back. So we need to have hold back from being emotional and be strong and stand your ground, because, we are not meant to spare feelings, and we're not meant to have our feelings spared either. It says, cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet. So we're not meant to be sparing any emotions when we're coming to serving Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, as that could be a hindrance on our salvation, because we, like I said at the beginning, have the most important job is It's life or death, and it's we trying to be saved, man. We're trying to be in that number. Everyone that is sincere doing this work is trying to be in that number. Now me, I'm new in this truth, and I didn't come up under anyone. I was watching certain camps, and then I gravitated to Great Millstone. But no one, I didn't come, just to put it out there, under any other camp apart from the me joining the camp that I'm in now. Before this, there was no camp that I was joined with or nothing like that. But yeah, we need to back to the point, show some kind of restraint in our having some type of decorum when we're out there, and just not when we're just out there, when we're serving the Lord, which is a 24/365. It's not just a day out at camp where you have to show this. We have to show decorum. It says restrained. It says self-controlled, kept under control. We need to keep our emotions under control. Okay. This is 1 Corinthians 9:27. It says, "But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection." Subjection, Strong's G1396. And I don't even think I'm going to try and pronounce that one. It says to lead away into slavery. I think it's the second one. It says to make a slave and to treat it as a slave. It says with severity, subject to stern and rigid discipline. So we need to bring our flesh, these fleshly things, these emotions, under discipline, man. You need to be able to control and have rule over this flesh, because this is what makes us weak. It's us fulfilling that flesh. It says, "But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest by any means when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway." We can't be getting at brothers and sisters about doing this and that and being emotional if you're also in return being emotional, man. So this is why we say examine yourself, okay? And here's the English Standard Version, which I've got because it just kind of explains it. I don't normally go to other versions, but just the same verse that I read here in the ESV, it says, "But I discipline my body and keep it under control." That's what we need to do. Discipline our body and keep it under control. It says, "Least after preaching to others, I myself should be disqualified." So always need to constantly check ourselves. This is James 1:19. It says, "Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath." So, we can't just be popping off, because you can't be just getting out of pocket because someone's dissed this or called out your name, and this is also to myself, and this is aimed to anyone who it fits, really. And it's just a lesson for all of us, just to look at ourselves and just, because this is all about growth, and moving in the spirit, bringing that flesh into subjection. This is James 1:19. It says, "Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath." So, yeah, we need to not just be emotional, getting angry all the time. There's an order and a balance that Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai deals with. So we have to keep the order. Like I said, I'm new in the truth. And I got a lot of learning to do. But and we're all not perfect. So I pray, and like I say, I've been meditating a lot recently, last few days, just thinking on things. So I pray that the Most High gives me that increase, where necessary, because I don't know everything, but I do sincerely want to grow in this truth and teach our people, wake up the elect, and so on and so forth. So that's all I'm going to get. I'm not going to babble on. I give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.